My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Elden Ring. We are here, finally, atop the Altus Plateau. We've a path, general path out to the left, probably a steel along that line somewhere. But I think what I'm going to do is try and follow the ridges here. So we can be checking out these ruins. Hopefully this ruin, if this is all contiguous and doesn't require me to, climb 90 degrees upwards. Then going back down and into the center of this area. So you could probably teleport back to the Great Bridge and then take the left path out of here. Actually, it looks like the Great Bridge, that's how we access this. But that will also get us to what looks like a rise there, and then probably a good way to ascend back up here. So effectively, I just got 3 different landmarks that I'm still looking to explore there. Ooh, hello. I also see an item. I spy with my little eye something that should be mine. Let's start with a classic old school thumb. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone bold? Ah, I see. You know what? I asked for people who were bold. They came forward. They boldly managed to completely avoid my attack and respond. How can I hold that against them? The only thing I intend to hold against them is this giant rusty anchor. For but a moment. It won't take much longer. No one gets away from this. I can't get reported. I'm on probation. This is my 3rd strike. Hey. Hey. What's with the you hit me constantly and I don't hit you at all situation? That's not how we disguised it. Discussed it? At all. Alright. I mean, I guess I do... Oh, no, wait, I don't have ground slam anymore. Why did I take that off? I totally forget. Get a strike while they're going down to the ground, and then I need to line up the critical, thank you, to avoid the incoming damage from behind. Oh, I love how well that worked. Ooh, nice little bit of a guard break on us right there. Sorry, a guard counter. A guard break is what I did in response. Okay, that's, again, more of guard counters. There we go. That'll let us demonstrate it a little better. Alright. Yeah, they went for the instant stomp. I figured because the other one didn't, maybe it wouldn't happen here either. Alright. What do you got for me? Because it's usually weaponry. I mean, it's always weaponry as far as I'm aware from these. Oh. Great stars. My word. It does look kind of good. It looked like it might be a flail, though. No, it's a great hammer. Okay. Let's... has the skill Endure. Assume an anchored stance to brace for incoming attacks, briefly boosting poise and damage reduced. Landing attack slightly restores HP. Huge bludgeon with 3 stars at the spiking end, though primarily a striking weapon, the star's spikes called Blood Loss. A blood-stained star is an ill omen, a fact not lost upon those against whom this weapon is brought to bear. Landing attack slightly restores HP. And then there's the Great Mace, the huge bludgeon with sharp protrusions, which doesn't do any bleed. However, it is very capable at breaking enemy guards and stances. I mean, I'm not entirely against it. Not at all. I would really need to be able to justify it in terms of, like, it being somewhat on the same level as what we're already doing. Which, how many lava tears do I have? 6? Okay, so I can respec a bunch of times I have been enjoying the double great axe that we've been rolling for a while now. It's been about 14 episodes, almost a week's worth of this. That time is not necessarily ended yet. It's possible the clubs just have really bad attack animations and everything. In fact, you know what? I do actually have the ability to wield both of them right now. And in fact, I can wield each of them single-handed. So you know what? Let's have a look at their attack set. Great Mace. I also do suspect that both of these, the Great Mace and the Great Stars, are each going to be basic weapons, so they're going to be upgraded with smithing stones, which unfortunately means they will compete against one another for a while in terms of which can get the most upgrades. I mean, that's relatively similar to this. And when I say relatively similar to this, what I mean is it exactly the same. Okay, let's alternate the arms, just in case Great Stars has a unique endure. How long does the poise last? Not particularly long. Is there anything else I really want to check on him? So in the Winged Greathorn, we have standard and pierce type damage. In this, we have both strike type damage. I could certainly imagine enemies against whom I would want to dip into that. Whether or not I would want to stay the whole time, you know? Different question, isn't it? I do just kind of want to increase my damage. But I guess my jumping attacks are fine at the moment. I am using those in pretty much every single fight. Ah, I see a stake of Marika here. I see a stake of Marika here. Who's that lounging near my loo? I don't know that song well enough to do like an off-the-fly parody of it. That's the worst part of it. It's just, I know the main line, sex and candy, that's it. Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah. Hey! What are you doing hitting me? That's not what's written in the script. Okay, let's craft up a couple bad boys. Because I feel like... Hey, there we go. I might be best served by having the option to just completely deny one of the enemies. Yeah, that'll do. I'm expecting there to be a lot, I guess, is what I'm claiming there. I mean, I'm hearing Gulpin and Gafforin all the way down here. Man, that's just a loud woods. Is anyone happy about that attack? Oi. Thank you. And then jump and thump. Take an extra cheeky little heal right there. Ah. There's a large body up there. I mean, should I completely clear out the secondary ruin first? I guess. But we are now in the domain of clearing this out will cost me a bunch of resources. Do I really need to, I guess, is the next question? Like, I kill that, I get 114. That's gonna be what, like a sanctuary stone? A glass shard is actually less valuable than the item I proposed as the least valuable item. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm going downstairs. I'm gonna proactively kill you. Because at least these ones, I'll see them coming for a while. Sanguine Noble. I see your attempt to bleed me, and I match you a thumping. Sanguine Noble, though. So we have heard of the Lord of Blood. Sanguine Noble, obviously, very much in that environment, giving us a stratification of society and a rank of nobility within, as well as our allusion to blood. Bloody Healus. Let's have a look at this weapon. Bloody Healus. I would have assumed it were a dagger. It is not necessarily. Should be easy to see, though. There it is. Heavy thrusting sword. 18 arcane causes blood loss build-up of 33. Dynast's Finesse. A unique skill. Ominous piercing sword with a winged blade carried by noble servants of the Lord of Blood, designed to bore into flesh, causing severe blood loss. At the wound, the extracted blood gently trickles down the length of the blade. Nimbly avoid an attack, securing some distance against foes. Follow up with a strong attack to perform a sudden lunge, then press strong attack again to perform a sweeping slice. Yeah, so it looks like it just has some pretty good mobility in the weapon art there. Well, I guess mobility in terms of, fighting. If anyone saw Noah Cole-Will-Gervais' video recently on the Dark Souls series, the 5-hour video essay on the Dark Souls series, I could not recommend that channel more, but nothing rings truer in it for me than the fundamental idea that Dark Souls, or Souls in general, or Elden Ring, Sekiro, Bloodborne, etc., are more about a trade of animations than they are about anything else, and that all of the stats are ways to differently accomplish those animations. So yeah, a weapon art that gives me a pretty sick animation in the middle of battle. I can see the utility. Oh, more carriages? So we have seen parked carriages that had items in. But I also worry that we have seen parked carriages with no items in. Got something for us? Nothing doing. Damn. However, it does lead us a little bit down this corner to explore. I think there is going to be a good reason to do. Also, hello, Pumpkinhead. Sanctuary Stone from you, Gravel Stone from behind. Huh. Actually, the barrenness of this area now surprises me. A Gravel Stone. Gravel Stones... I mean, I just might have a skewed perception of the value of Gravel Stone. Seeing as I found it in a couple early dungeons. Well, I say early, right? I was in Caelid. Found it, existing around the dragons in Caelid as well. I guess I need to anchor it to what does it make for us? Bloody Horn, double-weighted. Actually, just while we're going past it, the crafting of a... There we go. The Sacred Order Pot uses the golden centipedes. Good to know that, because we've been collecting those as well. Rot Pot for the Aeonian butterfly there, found by hunting those who live in death. For the Rancor Pot. Blood Roses we would have expected. It's also possible I just have nothing that crafts from Gravelstone yet. Dragon Wound Grease. Coats Armament, granting special dragon attacks. I've literally never used that, and I don't know what it does. So what is it? Coat my armament, and then if I do this... So I do a heavy attack with it, another heavy attack with it. Like, when it says granting special dragon attacks, it does not appear to be granting those as, like, moveset, which makes sense. I didn't understand how they would have granted that via moveset. But then, what does it mean, grant special dragon attacks? Oh, this has already been opened. Oh, this is the one that we... Let's go back to the ruins. Maybe we're in full circle then, that's okay. That was not a mistake, it was thorough. Yes, never made a mistake in my entire life, I know what you're talking about. I thought I did once, but it turns out I was... mistaken. A little bit more of these sacramentals, bud. Let's see what can be done about you. What do you do with a problem like a big lump of flesh? Hit it with a lightning pot? Well, sure. That's one answer. Oh, you're just a big one of them. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you the jump and thump and roll away. Jump and thump and roll away. The tried and tested jump and thump and roll away. Fighting so many of them at once. Really? It left nothing? That does surprise me. I mean, I guess it didn't need to leave a whole bunch, but would have thought it would have. What if I use Soul Stabler here? Lower their defense a little bit, you know? I mean, look, in for a penny, in for a pound. I do feel by this point like I do need to murder each and every one of them. Not necessarily in the other ruin, though. I've ruined enough ruins for today. Time to go ruin something else. Anyone want to find themselves along my path, ready for ruin? I mean, they all do seem to be standing there in anticipation of something. I don't think it's me. But I'd hate to leave them hanging if that were the case, so... Here I am. To rock you like a hurricane. Whoop. I mean, it does really look like there was a whole meeting going on here. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. But even more than that, I hope I am. Yeah. What, you're gonna be the one lone one that takes me down after all of the rest of that? Ooh. Let's have a look-see out over here. Let's see what I heal up first. So it looks like we have a fort. That appears to be a site of grace on the inside of it there. Out to the left. Out to the right. Looks like there's a swamp central to it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. big old poison swamp with a fort in. There's got to be a reason for me to go and explore it, and they're providing it there. Gold rune. Let's head on down here. I mean, I will divert myself for the side of grace over on the left-hand side here. Blood grease. Just making absolutely sure that I haven't walked past something obvious on one of these perimeters. Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go get this side of grace and then double back to what we're looking for on the 2 waypoint. Mount Gelmir. Grace has been discovered and now we can leave. Mount Gelmir. Oh, we'll be back. I just won't feel safe until I'm certain there's no one who can follow me, because I am the only living being to exist. Well, living. Quote unquote. I do have a little bit of confusion, which feels embarrassing to admit still, about, like, if you have to die to then be shipped across the lands between to Limgrave, how is not everyone someone who lives in death? What is distinct about those who live in death from, say, the rest of the Tarnished? Is there any distinction there? Those who live in death has capitals, right? So it could actually just refer to a group, right? Rather than that being the kind of like justifying factor of them. Okay, let's go down this way. That easily could be the case. But in that case, what is the limitation of that group? Those who live in death. Those who live in death. I don't know. I feel like I might have paid too little attention to D initially at the very start of the game. Or not had enough context at the time to understand exactly what he was talking about. Oh. Hello. Another bloody noble, eh? Nice try. That was a sacred tear we just picked up from the second, I think that was, Church of Marika. So I should go and spend that. Enhancing my flasks. There we go. The graveyards always have at least one item sat about in them. Even if it is just a human bone shard, I would love to get it. I guess now we see if we can ascend this, which looks like we probably can. After checking out this little nubbin of the map here. Are you a fruitful map nubbin? It looks like a no, but... If I ever discover a catacomb or a cave like that, oh baby. It'll be like having discovered my first illusory wall all over again. Yeah, the dogs couldn't make it up here. Which actually already gives us our ability to get to... Oh, wait, no, we already went to the... Wait. Ah. The rest of this path takes us back to the Altus Highway. So this is very much just a stand and swing the camera to make sure that I'm not missing something. So after that, I said I was going to go back to the forest spanning Great Bridge and then rejoin the bottom and arc around the left. Brother Corin over on that other side. Oh! There's a golden tree over here, although I think I already picked it up, but I definitely didn't loot this camp. Wanted to see if there was an entrance under all of the trash there. I've seen that in a perfume bottle. I've seen that in a where was... Hang on. It was in a ruin, I think, in Liurnia, where I actually managed to find a bunch of planks that we just knocked aside, and underwards there was a catacomb, but it was also in a ruin. So, entirely possible that it only exists in that tile set anyway. Yeah, we did just come from that second church. Nothing I need to look at in a different area of it, it looks like. Who's this to? The first defense of Leyndell. A sovereign alliance rots from within, yet traces yet remain of a bloody conspiracy. A bloody conspiracy and a sovereign alliance rotting from within. This invocation of the word rot there, part of Scarlet Rot. The alliance between... I mean... So Godwyn paired up with the beasts and then became Elden Lord. And then afterwards, I believe, paired up with the Dragon Communion cult in order to try and hold on to power. So I don't know where Rot comes into their story. But between Radagon and Renala, and then Radagon left Renala for Marika. Where's Melania come into this? Because that's like the Rot, right? I feel like I know precious little about Melania. I've seen the name invoked many times, and that's about it. I know their name. All right, a different character. Moving on. So I'd like to expand that just a little bit, you know, so that every single time I see Melania in a item description, I can actually contextualize. Oh, this is related to this and this. Honestly, one of the best ways to do that is probably just going back to the Round Table Hold to talk to Godfrey again. Sorry, not Godfrey. Everyone's named Godfrey today. Gideon Ockney. Yeah, I think I went through and attempted to loot this. Oi! Oi! How dare you not be appropriately thumped by the first couple thumpings there? Interesting that someone could recover from a full guard break and still use a guard counter afterwards. Sacrificial twig. I mean, look, that's going to be a way down, and there's going to be more out that way and everything like that, but I need to constrain my scope at the moment, so we said we were going to return. I mean, that's pretty obviously something. That too. Those appearing to require a full rotation around the Erd tree to get to. But right now we do have a mark on 3. The Altus Plateau. And yeah, I'd prefer to do this from ground level. Which we can just ride onwards towards. Let's get a little bit of light in this scenario for myself. Yep. Still don't love those enemies. Especially don't like him in dark, but I also don't want to set the time today, so... Too stubborn for my own good in that instance. What is that? Touch Phantom. Oh! Touch 3 Phantom Crests, and I get a Mirage Riddle. Oh, which also looks like it's just showing me exactly the locations on that map as to where they are. Right? Like, there, I think. Mirage Riddle. Oh, okay. No, so it's... I mean, that one's correct, but the other one is there. So it's 4 and 5. Just gonna quickly snag that lily away. I guess coming here at nighttime has had a benefit. The benefit in particular being that I can see the seals extremely easily. That'll do. Oh, I said that'll do. Oh, it was so explicit. Gosh, that's a lot of death built up. Maybe just a bit too much. I'm actually terrified. So I can't rest to the side of Grace or anything like that. So I guess it's going to be up on one of these. I'm not going to be able to climb all the way up there either. Oh, bugger. That thing moves a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So that's the challenge that they're giving us, I guess. Oh my god, there's such a big one there. Is to, without that bridge, make my way back to the top side so that I can actually access the other seal without teleporting, which I think would reset them. If that is actually what they are asking of me, love it. Maybe there's an exceptionally easier way to do this. Yeah, like leading directly towards 3. Also, I should unmark 4. Let's be real, probably 5, considering I know where that's going. Yeah, because we found our way up through this side before. And I don't want to have to go through what looks like it's going to be a whole ruined... Probably not really a city, but like a village, maybe? Over in the other direction just yet. I was really hoping one of these was going to be a non-craftable item. Or, sorry, not an item used for crafting. A unique item, non-consumable. Hoot hoot right back at you, Al. So it's... I actually rode directly past my ability to completely avoid this. Because from here I know we can get up to the next. Simple loop just back around to Corrin. Yeah. I don't know why I'm double checking this so much. I'm certain. I'm certain, but need confirmation. I've got two-factor authentication on all of my choices, effectively. And then this back around entirely. Beautiful. We got it. So the Mirage Rise, I have to imagine, is only going to appear after we collect this final. Can't see the seal from here, kind of surprisingly. Figured it was going to be extremely visible. Please. Uh-oh. Alright, let's have a look at that map again. Oh, buddy. Really? Because, like, it's currently pointing, or rather it seems to point in a way that would say it's fine if I am on the ground floor. Which just completely invalidates it in the last 5 minutes of riding around. Yep. Looks like the seal is more of a here-ish kind of area. I guess I assumed it was just a little bit off than that was going to be working out in my favor there. There it is. Is that going to spawn it? No? It's like right there. Okay, you spawned from that location. Should I be concerned? Why is that happening? If they respawn constantly from that area, how do I find a end to the puzzle? Because it wouldn't make sense if the end was constantly kill the same enemy again and again and again. Nothing unique is happening or changing during that period of time. Starting to think about the possibility of it being on some rung of the overpass here. Doesn't look like that. I don't know. It looks like there's glowing coming from under this. Ah! That'll do it. Right? It didn't say... It didn't say somewhere a lock is dispelled or whatever. It usually says. But that's the third. Unless it requires I do 3 of them since I hit it in the first place? Oh, no, that rise totally looks like it exists. Hello. Let me in. I mean, I'm preparing myself for the reality of the fact it's going to be a memory stone up here that I'm not going to be able to use for a while. It's just going to make me, you know, increasingly lament the fact that I don't have the incantations in this build that I kind of intended to have. Oh, maybe there's something more, though. Unseen Blade and Unseen Form. As well as a Slumbering Egg. The most swagged out skeleton I've ever seen in my life. Let's look at our spells. So that was Unseen Blade and Unseen Form. One of the night sorceries of Celia, Town of Sorcery. Enchant armament in the right hand, making it completely invisible. They use this to present themselves as unarmed sorcerers. One of the night sorceries of Celia, Town of Sorcery. Makes the caster semi-invisible while on horseback. Effect extends to cover the mount. They considered every option that aided their dirty work. So I have heard that the those who would defend the destined death would often carry lanterns with them in order to make sure that they were never jumped by an assassin, because it would reveal them. I still haven't had any assassins revealed by my own lantern. Which, yeah, admittedly, means I am yet to have faith in that being how the system necessarily works. What if it's a specific kind of lantern? Like it's a ghost flame lantern, or it's a spirit flame lantern, or it's a black flame lantern, or it's a something else. I'm not gonna know until someone tries to kill me and fails. Or succeeds, but let's hope they fails. In terms of leveling up, our most damage is accomplished by increasing strength at this point. Oh, I also have the Remembrance of Fortizax. After Godwin the Golden became Prince of Death, the ancient dragon fought long and hard against the death within its companion. Okay. The last victory was never achieved, and its only reward was corruption. Hewn into the Erd Tree. Godwin the Golden. After Godwin the Golden became Prince of Death, so after the Night of the Black Knives, where the Rune of Death was stolen by Rani from Malekith and was imbued into the blades of the Black Knife Assassins so that they could kill Godwin the Golden, and also so that Rani could cast her own flesh away at the same time, ultimately forming the Mending Rune of the Death Prince. The Golden Order was created by confining destined death, and the new order will be one of death restored. I need more about destined death, I think. Because if the Golden Order was preventing the destined death... wait, hang on. What was the other item that described that? I immediately forgot it. It was the Mending Room of the Death Prince. If the Golden Order was created to confine destined death, but they hunt those who live in death, are they preventing? Are they against the stagnation of beings existing in this environment past their due date? Or are they preventing them from dying in the first place, right? The confining the destined death. Both of those are capitalized. Destined death could be a creature. It could be a force. All right. All of that's still, you know, shaking around in there. All right. Sure, let's go up. Because having completed everything that I listed for myself at the very start of the episode, and also having made it to the length of a typical episode, I think it might be a very appropriate time to sit down here at the first site of grace in Mount Gelmir, promising that I intend to explore this in the next episode, the Bridge of Iniquity. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring series playlist at the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past the names of people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody Plays at or above the thank tier. And a special thanks to this episode to David. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.